Hello, here are some of the best features available on Xiaomi 14T and 14T Pro. Of course, some of them are also accessible on other devices, however, I try to find the most unique ones or those that are useful and interesting. So let's start by going to the settings. Over here, if you go to Wi-Fi, you have network acceleration option where you'll find two settings. The first one is dual band Wi-Fi speed boost, and the other is you can use mobile data in order to boost speed of the Wi-Fi. In these cases, you use multiple either Wi-Fi networks or you also use the mobile data in order to speed up the Wi-Fi when the connection is poor. Another thing can be found in the Bluetooth. Over here, if you go to additional settings, then you can use your device to broadcast audio, and over here you can turn this option on in order to start broadcasting. Of course, in some cases it might be not possible, however, this is how we can turn on this option. Then we can find nearby broadcasts, or we can share the QR code. And then we also have the option to turn on and off the pocket mode. If you go to the lock screen settings, then over here we have the pocket mode, which locks touch gestures when placed in a pocket, which is of course worth turning on so that when you have your phone in the pocket, you don't accidentally go into some settings or you by accident call someone. And then we can also go to the home screen settings, and here at the bottom we have the arrange items in recents. Over here we can adjust the position, let's say, of running apps in the background, so we can have them sorted vertically like so or horizontally. And in addition to that, we also have additional option that is called blur app previews. So over here, if you turn this option on, and let's say I have gallery enabled here, so if I open the gallery and then go to the recents, the content is actually blurred so that I cannot see what is actually going on over there. And of course, if I turn this option off, then I can once again see what is going on there. And the next thing that I want to show you is the advanced textures, a feature that is in display in brightness. Over here we have advanced textures. If you enable this option, then you will add rendering effects like blurring across the system to provide an enhanced visual experience. However, of course, you will have increased power consumption and the device might heat up. If you still wish to find out how it looks like, then you can turn this option on and try to spot these differences. Now, another thing is the AI image engine, still in display and brightness over here. And we have three pretty cool options like the super resolution, which allows you to enhance videos and use the AI in order to increase the resolution of the video, the upscaling method. We also have the AI HDR enhancement, which allows you to improve the HDR effects by bringing out more details in the lighter and darker areas. And we also have MEAC, which is I think the best one from all of these three, that allows you to add additional frames for videos. So it smoothens out the video. The video has more frames per second, at least maybe not technically, but visually. Of course, in order to use this feature, we need to have the video toolbox enabled. And in order to do that, we need to go to additional settings, and then over here, if you go to floating windows and then sidebar, then over here we can turn on the video toolbox. Now, another thing is the immersive sound. So we can go to sound and vibration, and over here we can scroll down to go to sound effects, and here we have the immersive sound option, which allows you to experience immersion and sense of space when audio is played. I think this option is enabled only for, no, it's actually also available for Xiaomi Sound as well. Over here, of course, you can switch between Dolby Atmos and Xiaomi Sound. So that's pretty cool that we have this feature. And then we're gonna go to battery settings. Now this feature is probably available in many different devices, however it is also worth mentioning in this video, and that is the performance mode, which allows you to improve the performance of your device. Now of course this will once again increase the power consumption and the device might heat up, but still, if you for instance want to have the best performance possible of your device, for instance during the gaming session or something when you play a game, then you may need to use the performance mode. And then in the battery settings, we can still go to additional features where we'll find the 5G battery saver, which is also a pretty cool feature that allows you to make 5G connectivity less power consuming in certain scenarios. And now we're gonna go to additional settings, and this time we're gonna go to quick ball. If you turn on quick ball, then you will have this little ball over here. You can just hide it and pop it up like so, by simply sliding. You can reposition it whenever you want to. But if you press it, then you have additional options, like you can open the recent like so. You can go to the home screen. You have the option to lock the device. And not only that, you can also, for instance, capture a screenshot over here. So if you press this button, you will capture the screenshot. Pretty cool additional button that is quite well hidden and doesn't bother you at all if you get used to it. Alright, now the next thing that I want to show you is the side toolboxes, which is once again in the floating windows. And here, if you go to the sidebar, then of course over here we have like the video toolbox that I mentioned before. We also have the call toolbox, and we can also enable, of course, the sidebar itself, where we can access quickly certain apps that can be suggested over here and also customize. And over here you can press this button in order to add more apps over here. A pretty cool feature that is not really unique, but definitely useful for some people. Over here we can also manage gaming apps and video apps over here. And then another really cool feature is the heart rate, because we can actually measure our heart rate. We have the fingerprint sensor at the bottom of the screen, so if you set up your fingerprint, I think you don't really have to set up the fingerprint. I'm not really sure. I didn't remove my fingerprint before. So what you need to do is pretty much hold your finger for 15 seconds in the spot in order to measure your BPM, your heart rate. And after that time, you will see the result. So here you can see how fast your heart is pumping. Of course, the precision is unknown really. I mean, how good the results are, how precise they are is not really known. I suppose they aren't really better than, for instance, by using a smartwatch or something, but definitely a pretty cool feature. And the next thing is the AI subtitles. So over here in additional settings, we can go to AI subtitles. In order to find some options, we can create a home screen shortcut for that thing. So over here we have the AI subtitles, and then you will listen to the system audio. So if you play something like a video or something on YouTube, or maybe you watch a video and it doesn't have subtitles, then it will generate AI subtitles for you. And then we also have the live interpreter. So another translation, let's say, well, AI subtitles, I suppose, still is the translation itself, of course, but another translation option is the live interpreter. In order to find it, we need to open the control center, and we're gonna need to edit the control center because the interpreter is actually hidden. We can add the interpret audio option, and then if you press it, then you can use live interpreter. So this is pretty much like a translator for real life situations. You can choose your language and then choose the other language, and you can press the microphone for the first or the other language. You can also use the face-to-face mode, where, as you can see, it changes the layout and it looks like this. A pretty cool way to communicate, especially abroad, when you want to know directions, or if you want to simply ask something a foreigner, or if foreigner asks you something. Now, then another thing is the app drawer customization. What we can do over here is tap on this icon in the top right corner in order to open the settings for the app drawer, and we can, for instance, enable and disable app suggestions. We can create, remove, and edit categories over here. We can adjust the background so that, for instance, we can have the full wallpaper in the background in the app drawer instead of a solid color like the light or dark one, and so on and so forth. We can also adjust the scroll bar. Pretty cool features worth checking out, especially if you just started using your device. And last but not least is the security app. Now, in the app drawer you can find the security app, which is a pretty huge app which has lots of features, and I think just by just with this one app I can make another video explaining different options over here and how to find them and how to use them. However, I think it is pretty convenient to use and pretty straightforward. You can optimize your device really quickly over here. If you open it, then you have this button to optimize. Then the device will find a way to optimize your device by clearing cache, by closing some apps, and so on and so forth. And then if you go back, you can also clean up the storage, of course, so you are always cleaning your device so that no trash items are stored on the device. if you go back, we also have, for instance, the boost speed, which allows you to release lots of RAM. So we get rid of cache files over here. We can choose what we actually want to close, because we have running third-party apps. So we can press this boost speed in order to quickly just get some free RAM, so to free up RAM pretty much. But not only that, we also have common features over here, and if you scroll all the way down, then you can swipe up in order to open this toolbox, and here we have pretty much everything in one place. We have the app lock, we have hide apps option, we have the privacy protection, we can perform the deep clean, we can delete APK files, we have clear up data, we have specific cleaners for specific apps, we can delete photos that can be, for instance, duplicates or photos made by accident, and we have some additional tools like the game turbo, blocklist, second space, dual apps once again. Wait, not once again. I actually mistaken it with the app lock. But you get the idea. We also have the data usage, so as you can see, lots of different options, and definitely worth checking them out. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and see you in my next videos. Bye!